Alright, what's going on, boys? Today I'm going to be going over my UFC 316 bets. I have a total of 11 bets over 4 fights. Let's get into it. First up, we have Serghei Spivac taking on Waldo Cortes-Acosta, with Serghei being a slight favorite at -142 and Waldo being at +120. I'm going with Serghei Spivac on this one because I think he has really good grappling, and I think he'll definitely be able to take down Waldo and probably win by finish, whether it's a sub or knockout, but I'm leaning toward a sub. But it's not like Waldo is a nobody. To be fair, he is 13-1. I don't think he's just going to get walked down, and the odds are showing that with him only being a slight underdog. And he does have some KO power, so there's a chance he gets a KO, but I still think Serghei is going to come out on top. For my bets, I'm going with Serghei money line because I don't want to risk running his sub prop, because I definitely think there's a chance he could get a KO. And with his line being at -142, it already has enough value itself. Then I'm going with under 2.5 rounds and the fight to not go the distance, because like I said earlier, I think both fighters are finish or be finished fighters. So even if Waldo pulls off the upset, we still win. Next, we have Azamat taking on Brendson Ribeiro, with Azamat as a heavy favorite at -625 and Brendson at +455. I'm going with Azamat all day. This is a horrible matchup for Brendson, and he's probably going to get KO'd in one round. Azamat is insanely good and super fast. I don't see him losing his O anytime soon. He even beat Dustin Jacoby by decision after breaking his arm in the second round. His striking is also very technical, which might lead to him taking a long time to find the perfect shot to be able to crack Brendson. But whenever he does find that shot, I think it's done for Brendson. After he cracks him, he'll be able to finish him easily. For my bets, I'm going with Azamat by KO at -280. This definitely isn't the perfect line by any means, and by far doesn't have any crazy value, but it should literally be free money. I don't see a world where he doesn't win this by KO. Then I'll be betting on round 1 KO and hedging it with round 2, because with Azamat's technical striking, it might take him until round 2 to be able to find the shot to get the KO that I've been talking about this whole time. And there's no value in betting for the fight not to go the distance because it's -700. I think it's a bit too risky to bet on the under 1.5 rounds, just in case he can't find the finish. Alright, next we have Mario Bautista taking on Patchy in his UFC debut, with Mario Bautista at +150 and Patchy at -180. I think Patchy is going to win this fight, even though he's coming from Bellator, which is known for not having the highest skilled fighters. But he's beat fighters while he was at Bellator who ended up moving up to the UFC. So we can make the normal argument that these Bellator fighters haven't faced any real competition. And the fact that he's moving up to the UFC now in his prime, unlike Patricio Pitbull, I think he does have an edge here. Overall, I think Patchy is more well-rounded and think he'll get it done by decision, but he does have crazy sub power with 13 wins by submission, so he might be able to finish Bautista. I'll be locking in his money line at -180 and for him to win by decision at +180. I'll also be throwing in the fight to go the distance at -150. I'm a bit nervous about him getting the sub, so I'll probably only put half a unit on the fight to go the distance, but send full units on the money line and prop. Lastly, we have the main event, Sean O'Malley taking on Dvalishvili as a big underdog of +230 and Merab at -285. Even though O'Malley's done a complete 180 on his lifestyle by getting off social media and weed, I still think Merab gets it done. He's the bantamweight GOAT with unlimited cardio, and you know for sure he's going to be applying pressure to O'Malley, jumping back and forth and shooting for takedowns during the whole fight. And everyone's talking about how much Sean's improved since their first fight, but they're forgetting Merab did too. If you go back and watch their first fight and then go and watch Merab's fight with Umar, you're going to see how much better he's even gotten. And not to mention, Merab is still an awful matchup for Sean stylistically. So I'll be locking in Merab to win by decision at -165, and you're honestly an idiot if you take his money line at -285, because the only way Merab wins is by decision. Then I'm also locking in the fight to go the distance at -250 and for the fight to go over 4.5 rounds at -280. That's it for my UFC 316 bets. Please like, subscribe, comment, and join the Discord if you want access to all my bets and picks. And of course, sign up to RankBet using my code to play sports bets or even play casino games. You'll get a 20% rakeback bonus with my code.